Well, hello everyone, and welcome to today's live event on helping associations and nonprofits boost engagement and giving using ClickDimensions. My name is David Cooper, and I'm a sales specialist and customer success manager here at CRM Dynamics. I help membership-based organizations with their CRM platforms and their digital marketing projects, and I'm a certified Microsoft professional. CRM Dynamics has been a Microsoft Dynamics partner for over 10 years, and we've been using ClickDimensions for the last 7 years and actively selling it to our clients as well. Joining us from ClickDimensions today is Annie Zemleka Hayes, a MarTech Solution Specialist. And Annie, I thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, David. I look forward to speaking with everyone. I've been focusing in digital marketing for over 5 years with ClickDimensions and working with nonprofits and associations as one of our top industries.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much. So a few short housekeeping items before we begin today. This webinar is being recorded and it'll be sent out to all the participants later on this week. And also to ensure the sound quality is clear, we will be muting the lines. Also, we encourage you to ask lots of questions, so please type your questions into the chat session, and we will get to your questions at the end of the presentation. And finally, as a special thank you for joining us today, everyone on the call is going to be getting a coffee gift card courtesy of ClickDimensions. And those cards will be sent out later on this week, so please stay tuned. So before I pass it over to Annie, I'd like to briefly introduce CRM Dynamics to the folks on the call who are not familiar with our firm. So CRM Dynamics, we're one of Canada's largest CRM Gold partners, and we sell the entire line of Dynamics. We have a team of 65 Microsoft CRM experts, and we're headquartered in the Greater Toronto area. So after many years of business and over 750 successful projects and 250 clients, we were invited into the Microsoft Inner Circle, which means that we're in the top 1% of the Microsoft partners worldwide, not just in Canada, but worldwide. This allows us to make recommendations on the directions of the Dynamics platform. And in 2019, we were awarded the prestigious Microsoft Impact Award for business applications. We also have specific focus on membership management organizations with our cost-effective association blueprint, membership self-service portal, and marketing using ClickDimensions. So with that, Annie, you have the stage.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it, and thank you everyone for joining today. I look forward to talking to you a little bit more about how ClickDimensions can help nonprofits and associations with their online marketing. And so I wanted to start out today by talking a little bit about some of the goals that we see and that I see and I talk to nonprofits and associations about, and that's really increasing your member base, improving those renewal rates, bringing those members and donors back each year, boosting event attendance, increasing advocacy within your chosen platform, and generating non-dues revenue as well. And with that, ClickDimensions can help to do each of those things by allowing you to efficiently find, nurture, convert, and engage members and prospects, improve renewals. We help you discover who's interested and really get a pulse of client and member satisfaction with surveys that we have within the product as well. A good marketing automation solution will allow you to personalize emails and really meet your members and donors where they're at. Use social media to continue to reach out to them and increase advocacy within your cause. We also report on ROI of marketing dollars and funnel activities so that you can better plan for the year ahead and create lead nurturing marketing campaigns, sales engagement campaigns, or in our case, donor engagement, and promotional or event campaigns as well. I'll talk a little bit about creating campaigns later on, and those can be used not only for really reaching out to those leads, but also for new member onboarding, which we see ClickDimensions use quite often with our campaign automation. So here's some ways that you can use marketing automation to further your nonprofit's mission, right? We can use this to gain a deeper understanding of every donor by enriching Dynamics 365 data with information about web activity, email clicks, opens on your emails, and if they're consuming content. We can manage every aspect of your campaigns while tracking real-time results right within Dynamics 365. You can use a marketing automation solution to create better emails, making sure you're sending the right email to the right person at the right time. Segment your supporters based on when they first came into contact with your organization, their interests and attributes, and then send personalized, great-looking content to every constituent, really keeping the information that's important to them in front of them. Fundraisers, volunteers, advocates, and donors all have different network sizes, skills, and motivating factors. Identifying common themes within your organization's supporter community will help you segment audiences and personalize the different types of information you send to them. Keeping the information in front of them based on what they're interested in will allow you to get more engagement back. We also want to make sure we're increasing focus on digital fundraising and marketing automation tools. Digital transformation is not new, and it's not really a choice anymore. We really need to get in front of people digitally because we haven't had as much in-person interaction in many areas. An important part of the conversation around outreach strategy is you're only as good as the data you've collected. So with a fully featured marketing automation tool built within Dynamics 365, it is going to allow you to take that donation sourcing, new member drives, things like that to the next level, because we're really understanding what pages they're going to on your website, what they're interested in, and how they're interacting with communications from you. And once you have that data, really unlocking the power of it, utilize it to be more targeted and relevant. Instead of sending out an email to everyone in the database, maybe focus on people that have hit the website in the last 6 months with a different type of message than those that haven't. Ensuring that your data is clean is also a priority. You want to make sure that you're reaching out to the right people and listen to what the data is telling you. Use the information that a fully featured marketing automation solution like ClickDimensions brings back so that you can identify specific trends within that data. We also need to realize that social distancing has meant digital everything. So because of the pandemic, marketers around the globe have had to come to terms with the fact that their carefully laid marketing plans can't stand up to the new normal of social distancing. And there's a lot of remote working and overall economic strain. So marketers need to pivot their plans to completely depend on digital. They need to meet donors and prospective donors and or other organizations where they're at right now. And that right now is digital. So whether you're doing digital events or emails, all of those pieces are going to be important to how you reach out today. Associations can really grow beyond email marketing. So if you find yourself today using just emails to reach out and that's it, if you're not really following the journey of your prospective donors, your current members, what have you, then you really need to take a look at what you can do to further that, right? So nurture prospective members so they begin to know and trust your organization on their journey. Put information in front of them about what your causes are, why they should be important to them, and make sure that you're putting information in front of them that is important to what they want to hear. Launch campaigns to drive your target audience to act. Make sure as you're running campaigns, and I see this quite often with people I talk to about email marketing and marketing automation, make sure there's a call to action. Do you want them to click on a specific link in the email? Are you hoping to drive them to a membership registration page? What is the call to action for your marketing automation or your campaign automation? Build out additional marketing automation functions for future growth. So as you continue to grow, You may want to use something like an automated onboarding process for new donors or new members, welcoming them to the family of your cause, whatever it might be. And leverage the data you have from a solution that can bring in things like what pages they're going to, what they're clicking on in emails, so that you can improve the overall experience. Convert leads to members and learn what's working with that data coming back to Dynamics 365 as well. So I've been talking about marketing automation, and I want to take a step back here too. We've been talking about how that can be important to membership organizations, how you might use that, but what is marketing automation? If you're using something like just a general email service provider today, you're just creating and sending emails as needed, then marketing automation really takes that a step further, right? So marketing automation, no matter what solution it is, should provide tools needed to find, nurture, convert, and engage your audience. And you need to be able to do it throughout their entire journey, all in one connected platform. The nice thing about a solution that integrates seamlessly with customer relationship management or with CRM is that it allows you to work with the marketing team, anyone who is in charge of getting more donors, anyone who is just running the organization, all in one place. So marketing's not sitting outside of that. Marketing automation also allows organizations to discover who is interested in their cause, their products, and quantify their level of interest and take appropriate actions. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're talking about with marketing automation. So where does ClickDimensions come into that? ClickDimensions is the marketing cloud for Microsoft Dynamics. We provide multi-channel marketing options. We only work with Dynamics 365, so our solution integrates directly into that, bringing in all the marketing functions you'd expect from a fully featured solution: emails, forms, surveys, landing pages, automated campaigns, all of those built into one solution, and in turn, built into Dynamics 365. We also have a focus on marketing analytics, where we can pull through reporting on what's working and what's not working. How engaged are people in your emails? Are there specific campaigns that are reporting better than others? And then we also have services to back that up. And our services would be focused specifically on the ClickDimensions product, helping create automated campaigns, new member onboarding campaigns, whatever it might be. So there is full support around the entire solution from ClickDimensions. In addition, you would be working with CRM Dynamics to use Dynamics 365, make sure that's set up for you very specifically to how you use it as a nonprofit or association. So marketing automation and email marketing should go hand in hand. You really can get more from marketing automation because you're going to nurture, and in your case, educate and inform prospects. Better engage with current contributors. Keep information in front of them. Maybe you have a monthly newsletter where you update them. Maybe you do something more quarterly. Talk about how you're using funds and those pieces. It'll allow you to increase efficiency as well. As you use campaign automation, you can become efficient on how you are inviting people to online webinars and those pieces, because you're probably doing more online these days, and understand who's registered versus who's not registered. Do we want to follow up with those registrants with surveys and things like that? And it also will align your, in this case, probably donor, getting new donors and the marketing pieces all together. So in this case, sales and marketing, but in your case, probably a bit different. And it'll improve your entire processes so that you can bring in more new members and retain current members or donors for your organization. So what features do we typically see included in a marketing automation platform? So within ClickDimensions, as I mentioned before, we have campaign automation to automate things like inviting people to webinars, new member onboarding, nurturing leads of people who aren't current members or donors. And we also have email marketing. What's nice about a solution that's built into a CRM platform like Dynamics 365 in this case is the ability to track very important data back to those contacts, those donors, those leads. So things like delivers, opens, clicks, unsubscribes, and bounces back to the person that had those pieces, right? So I could go in and say, hey, David had 5 opens and clicked on 4 links in the past few weeks. We should have someone, maybe someone to reach out to him about being a donor, right? We also have the ability to bring in information from web forms. So if someone comes to the website and puts in an inquiry about becoming a donor or a member, we have that information come directly back to Dynamics 365 so that you can make sure you're following up with it in real time. You can even automate that entire follow-up process with campaign automation, which we'll look at today as well. A marketing automation platform should include event management. How are you managing people who are coming to events? So for example, today with GoToWebinar, anyone who attended can be brought back into Dynamics so we can see that attendance information and make sure you get your coffee gift card, right? So those are some things that a marketing automation solution should do, bring that data back so you can use it how it works best for you. Currently, our solution connects to Eventbrite and Cvent for in-person events, so probably not as important today. GoToWebinar, WebEx, Zoom, and soon to be Microsoft Teams as well. So a number of platforms so that you can truly bring who's coming to your events back in. Reporting is important with any marketing automation platform as well. You need to keep in mind that you need to be able to see who's interacting with your emails, who's hitting your website, which leads are more important to reach out to. And if you're running events, or if maybe you do a yearly survey of all your donors and members to see what they'd like in the future, a marketing automation platform should include survey functionality as well, and web intelligence so you can understand what pages they're going to and how they're interacting. We see a number of nonprofits and associations use landing pages as well. You may have something coming up, maybe it's an event, maybe it's just an announcement that doesn't necessarily need a place on your main website, but your marketing team needs to quickly spin up a page. Landing pages are perfect for that. If you need to communicate via text, a marketing automation platform that includes text messaging is important as well. Social posting has become more important than ever as of recent because a number of people are getting their information from social right now. And you need to be able to see when all of this is happening. So you should also consider a marketing automation solution with a marketing calendar. Now, these are features that ClickDimensions includes, but keep in mind that any marketing automation solution that you're looking at should have enough features so that you can properly keep in front of your donors, prospective donors, members, and so on. So let's dive deeper into a few of these, and these will be the ones that I'll show in the live environment shortly, but the first being email marketing. Within email marketing, you really want the ability to segment those lists. And when I say segment, I mean, you probably want to send out different emails to your donors versus your prospective donors. You probably want to focus on specific calls to action for each one. And using a solution that allows you to easily segment your list based on those pieces is a good idea within any email marketing solution. So the nice thing about how ClickDimensions works is that it uses the Dynamics 365 functionality to segment lists based on anything you know about your contacts and donors. And these are some things that CRM Dynamics can help with as well. What do you need to track for your donors? Is it something that you can't currently track in your system? You can actually customize Dynamics 365 to say, what was the last date they made a donation? What was the donation for? Maybe higher level donors need a different type of message and we need to segment our list based on that. Those are all things you can do with a solution that's built into Dynamics 365. Within email marketing, you should also be able to easily create highly engaging email campaigns, making sure that you're personalizing those with their first name, last date they donated, or when their renewal date is for their membership. so that you can create stronger member relationships. Make sure they know that you know them. And then with email marketing, it's also important to measure ROI for those efforts. How many people are clicking on the emails? How many people are opening the emails? Do we need to change our content or maybe do some split testing version 1 of the email against version 2 to see which one's getting most interaction? Those are all great ways to bring your email marketing forward. Campaign automation is something that I can typically talk about for quite a long time, and we'll look at that in the environment today. But campaign automation is a great tool that's going to allow you to create higher engagement with targeted and timely messages. You don't want all of your emails going out at once. You may want to send an email, check to see if someone clicked, if they did follow up in 3 days, if they didn't, wait a couple weeks before you reach out again, and making sure that that flows well so that you're not reaching out to prospective donors or members too often. It also helps you conserve resources internally. The more you can automate some of those processes, some of that nurturing of prospective donors, it allows you to free up time to do other things within the organization. Using campaign automation will help you convert at a higher rate and boost member retention because it's keeping the right information in front of them at the right time. You can also use campaign automation to analyze the impact of your marketing efforts because you'll be able to easily see as they go through the automation how many people are interacting and how many people are dropping off. Do we need to change how we're reaching out to people based on those things? Another important part is the social marketing. You really should enhance your marketing efforts and engage with your audience with social. Using a tool that allows you to efficiently schedule and manage that content is important. You can be proactive and keep posting because it allows you to schedule posts ahead of time so that you can continue to get those posted or create posts and show them multiple times. There's a number of options there. And because ClickDimensions tracks social clicks back to Dynamics 365, you can maximize your social media ROI by paying attention to who's interacting with social and how often they're doing so. Right now, virtual events are important. We're doing one today. You want to make sure that you are choosing the right topic. What is going to resonate with your members today? You're probably not going to want to talk about in-person events or do anything along those lines. There are things to stay away from right now. But you need to be flexible with your offering as well and understand that not everyone that wants to be there at that date and time is going to be there. So make sure you are recording whatever you're doing, you're providing that to them afterwards if they couldn't make the event, whatever it might be, but be flexible with your offering, offer it in multiple places. And promote it via multiple channels. Make sure that you're promoting your events via social. Maybe email it out to prospective members or donors and keep that information in front of them so that you're not just sending an email and hoping everyone shows up, right? And then utilize the technology in front of you. If you're using a marketing automation solution like ClickDimensions, then you're going to be able to track who attended, who missed, who was in the entire event. All of those things will follow through into Dynamics 365 so that you can better follow up on those pieces. So let's take a look. We've gone through a number of slides about how marketing automation can help, about different features of marketing automation that you should pay attention to. So I'd like to take a few minutes to show you the ClickDimensions marketing automation platform so that we can talk about executing some of the tactics we covered. You'll see that a number of the features I already discussed are right here on the slide. We're going to focus on some of the top ones that I talk to nonprofits and associations about every day. So with that, we'll move out of PowerPoint and right into Dynamics 365. Now, if you're not using Dynamics 365 today, I encourage you to reach out to David and team because it is a great way for you to keep your member organization together, right? You want to understand when renewal dates are. You want to understand who donated last. You want to understand all of those pieces. So you not only have that information at your fingertips for the entire organization, but you can market to them in a better way as well. So as I go into Dynamics 365, I might be going in to create an email, maybe run a social post based on that. I'm getting a campaign automation ready for an upcoming event. So the first thing I want to do is see when things are happening. Because everything is done within Dynamics 365, we are able to create a marketing calendar to allow us to understand, okay, this was sent, it was done on that date. If I need to check on it, I can click on this and understand more about what's going on. I can see all of my social posts and email currently. I might want to see when my campaign automations are running as well, so I'm not doing too many at the same time. And if there's multiple people on my marketing team, maybe I just want to focus on my pieces. So the marketing calendar will allow you to decide when it's best to put things out, how many things you have going on throughout the month, and better plan ahead for marketing. From there, the next step in my morning is I'm going to go in and create an email template. So in this case, we've got someone joining. I have the ability to create a mobile responsive email template that's going to allow me to reach out to someone who's recently joined the International Wildlife Conservancy, talk about how their donation is going to help them. And when I do that, I'm going to pull this one into full screen to show you a little bit more about what we can do with these. If I want to, I can easily bring in a video here as well to show them a little bit more, maybe a bigger introduction to IWC. If I want my donation to support someone or support an animal, excuse me, specifically, I may click on one of these images to learn more about mountain gorillas, tigers, or turtles. If I want to add my social links, I can easily do that here and update those as needed. Once your social links are added, then they are always there, and all you have to do is drag and drop them into the email. There's a number of layouts to choose from, and you should look for that in any email solution so that you can find what's best for you. ClickDimensions allows you to set up your styling. So you'll see here that the headings are set to the correct color codes for this organization. All of this, it can be saved so that when you come back in, it's ready for you. And then you want to make sure that you preview this as well. So we'll want to preview this on desktop first, make sure everything is performing correctly. But you'll notice that these emails are also automatically mobile responsive. So we can pull through the information and make sure this is optimized for mobile. You may also notice that ClickDimensions allows you to add personalization directly from Dynamics 365. So if I know the name of the person who just donated, and I should because they'll be in Dynamics 365 after making that donation, then I can make sure that that person is addressed by first name. So I'm going to add myself here as the recipient. If I do that, we will show how it's going to pull through my first name and personalize the experience for me within the email. Now, there are a number of different things that you can do with the email editors within ClickDimensions. I've only touched on just a little bit of the capabilities here, but just know the big things to remember are personalize your emails, make it seem like you really know your donors and your members well, and make sure you're including the social pieces and that they can view it on mobile. Most days, I'm checking my email on mobile before I am on my computer. And I think a number of us have been in that boat recently. So after I've created that email template, I know that there's a social post I need to get ready for this upcoming campaign as well. So I'm going to go in and create a social post. When I do that, I am right here navigating within Dynamics 365. If you didn't know ClickDimensions was added to Dynamics, you might not even realize it because we are built right within the solution. So it's going to look and feel like you're using Dynamics 365 when you're using ClickDimensions. So I'm going to go ahead and create a social post here. With that, I'm going to just grab a link about the Bears again. There we go. And as I've done that, I just grabbed a link from a blog that I found about bear watching. All I had to do was grab that link and add it, and it pre-populated this post for me. If I want to target someone specifically, if I have a target audience on Facebook, if I want to target specific news feeds, we allow you to do that. You can post to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram here, and choose when you'd like to post that. And this goes back to making sure you're continually using social, but not having to go on each day and post, right? Having a solution like this is going to allow me to set this post out to next Wednesday. Maybe I want it to go out again later because I'm really promoting bear watching on my blog. Then I can come in and add that piece again and have a number of them, set this, and the post will go out on those dates and times. It's very easy to create and schedule those posts out, so you're not having to think about that or do it directly on Facebook and then go to LinkedIn and do it directly on LinkedIn and so on. But the nice thing about this is I can come back and see, did anyone click on my post? If they did, what link did they click on? Which post was it for? Do I know who that leader contact is? Or in your case, it could be donor. Was it on Twitter, LinkedIn, or Instagram? Tracking all of that data back so you know what's resonating, you know what your current members and donors are clicking on versus who might be prospective because you don't have that name yet. All of that's built into this within the social piece. So now that I have my social post created, I'm ready to go. I am going to create an automated campaign so that I can run an event along the lines of this as well. So let's go into campaign automation. And you saw that first email that we had where it was going over, thank you for your donation, learn more about gorillas, tigers, or turtles, right? So what we've done in this automated campaign is allow you to automate the information, but keep the right information in front of the right people. For example, if they really care about the gorillas specifically, that's what they clicked on, then we're gonna have our new members, send them that welcome email that I created earlier. If they clicked on the link specifically for the gorilla, we're gonna have email follow-ups for that. So we can go into each one of those. We're gonna wait a few days and send another email. The nice thing about a campaign automation solution like this is not everything has to happen at once. And if you know that your members prefer to get emails on the weekends versus weekdays and so on, you can control that as well. As we continue to do this, we'll continue to reach out, providing more information again in another series about those gorillas specifically. This time we're going to wait 10 days so the emails aren't going all out at once. And the people who clicked on tiger or turtle are going to have the same information coming, but focused on tigers and turtles, making sure the imagery is right, the content is right. We're keeping the right information in front of those new members. If you want to send up some information about volunteering, you can do that here and then continue to follow up from there. So this is a really great way to engage with new members, kind of like a new member onboarding scenario in this case. But I also mentioned in the slide deck, we were talking a little bit about how we can do events as well. And using campaign automation can really help you streamline your events, whether they are in the future, hopefully in person, or for the time being online, we can do that too. So let's go ahead, and I am going to go to a different campaign automation here to show you how we might do that. I find when I talk to a lot of the nonprofit association space that we're talking about how we can easily manage events, how we can do follow-up, how we can send surveys afterwards. And so campaign automation is a really great way for us to do that. So let's open the builder for this and create a campaign automation together, and I can show you how easy this is to do. I'm going to start with a blank one, but just know if you're just getting started with marketing automation, we do have some that are pre-built for you. So you can go into the event invitation and it'll give you somewhere to start, right? Pitch until they register. Once they've registered, thank them. If they don't, maybe next time, and so on. We have all of that built out. But if you wanted to build it yourself because you want to include some things afterwards, you can certainly do that. Anytime you're sending out an automated campaign, you'll need to start with someone to send it to. So we'll add a list. Maybe we are wanting to update current members about what's been going on because they haven't been able to come in or come talk to us in person, come to any events that we would usually run. So we'll just add any marketing list here. Those marketing lists, because they're within Dynamics 365, can be created based on anything you know about those members, right? So if you're tracking membership tier, if you're tracking last donation date, we could create a marketing list based on that. So I've added my marketing list. I'm going to send an email inviting them to the event. I am going to check to see whether or not they registered. If they didn't, I'm going to wait a few days, send an email again to check in. Once again, we will check to see if they registered, and we can continue to build this out based on that. Now, if they do register, then 3 days before the event and after the thank you email I send them for registering, I want a reminder to go out. So we'll send that reminder. Afterwards, we will check to see whether or not they've attended. And because this connects to those online platforms I discussed, we can check for registration and attendance just like we can with the GoToWebinar today. If they attended, I'm going to send an email with a survey and see whether or not they submitted that and follow up with them appropriately. Now, if they said they'd like to learn more about new donation options, I may actually assign someone within my organization to follow up right away and create a task. This task would flow through to their Outlook as well as Dynamics 365 for them to follow up. So outside of creating the emails, which you'll typically have done before you run the campaign automation, it's a matter of dragging and dropping in where you would like them to go and when you would like it to happen. So campaign automation can really make that process easy, specifically for events, new member onboarding, donation updates, whatever you would like to use that for. And again, I could talk about campaign automation all day, so we will move on to the next piece. Now, if we're inviting to that event and we want to see who registered, we can do that. So a new and prospective member social, in this case, we would probably want it to be a webinar. We'll see where it's located, and we can go in and see those event participants. So this is a past event. We can see who registered and who attended. If they asked any questions on the registration forms, we can pull those through into Dynamics 365 as well, so that we can really track what's going on with those events. Now for online events, it'll be registered, and then after the event, it'll update to whether or not they've attended, so that you can reach out to all of the attendees with a here's a recording to share with anyone you'd like, and sorry we missed you, our next event is coming up on this date if you'd like to join us, and here's a recording of the recent one, right? Because you want to make sure in any of those communications that you are following up based on their action. If they didn't attend, then here's our next event, hope you can make it, and here's the recording. If they did attend, thank you for joining us, here's the recording if you'd like to learn more. So there's a number of ways you can do that, and having that data right back into Dynamics 365 is important for your next step. Now, in addition, because of the way ClickDimensions is built into Dynamics 365, and this might be something more for current Dynamics 365 users, you may be familiar with CRM campaigns. And the reason that I bring this up is because we looked at a number of different features within the ClickDimensions marketing automation solution, right? But how do we know that they're all resonating? How do we know that we're getting something out of this? Each one of those pieces can be tracked back to a campaign. And I always like to take a moment to talk about this because it allows me to understand what's resonating, right? I have this marketing list associated to this campaign. It has generated 1 lead so far. And then I can come in and see anything else associated to it, right? So any of the marketing touches within the campaign. I can understand if there's been any forms filled out. I can understand if we've sent any text messages, as we have for this one a few times. Any emails that have been sent as a part of this campaign. Any automations I'm running. Any page views I've driven as a part of this campaign. All of those pieces can be brought back, because the nice thing about ClickDimensions being built into Dynamics 365 is any campaign automation, any email, any web visit, any form, any survey can be brought back to a campaign, so you can track how that one's performing specifically. In our scenario today, you may have a campaign specific to the bears, specific to the gorillas, specific to the turtles, whatever it might be. But really, the beauty of that is bringing it back into reports that are meaningful for you as an organization, because Dynamics 365 can be customized to show you what you need to see. If you really want to know about your campaign, your email send performance, you can pull that through. If you want to know if your campaign is driving views to your website, you can pull that through. And this can all be customized and brought in by the team at CRM Dynamics if you're using Dynamics 365 today. This is all marketing data that is surfaced within Dynamics 365. So I have those pieces created. I can go back to the marketing calendar, make sure everything's set for the next month, and from there, move on to the next marketing piece that we have available. So I hope that this was beneficial to you, kind of taking a look at how a marketing automation solution can really provide a more personalized experience for your members, prospective members, and donors, and so on. And with that, we will go back to our slides here. If you do have interest in learning more about ClickDimensions, if you want to take a deep dive into how your organization might use it, please reach out to the folks at CRM Dynamics. They will be sending out some follow-up information after this as well. I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to learn more about this, and thank you for your participation today.